Hello, all you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Lost in Chaos Scar, Squirrel's Adventures, What If number 13, Anti-Assassin Training. This is our side game for our Lost in Chaos Scar campaign, where we were exploring Squirrel's adventures away from the main group. At this point, he is back with the main group, but we are exploring what could have happened if we went different routes before he went back. And this is being run with our custom SCAR system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into introductions, beginning with Enja.
Hello and good day. I will be your storyteller. Enja. The allies, I play. I orchestrate all manner of events that will be befalling our players today. But for now, I shall pass it over to Aquarelle.
Hello, y'all. I am IDDoThings, or Ido if you prefer, and I will be playing Aquarelle, the water darky Sealand Samurai, who is stressed as all heck at the moment. Being stressed is usually par for the course for him, but especially so tonight at the moment. All right, on to Raharu.
Hello, everybody. I'm Raharu, and I'll be playing Elvaroda, or Elba for short, the water ground type Quagsire. And he's also worried for the thing that's coming for us. On to you, Gimund.
Hi. I'm Gimund, and I'm playing Pyroclast, the sometimes dark, sometimes ghost, fire Charmeleon. He is currently Ghost Fire. On to the Squirrel.
I am Razim, and I am playing as Squirrel, the dragon fighting type Riolu, and embodiment of ADHD. Go ahead, Verdant.
Hello, I'm Drunk Dragonair, and I'm going to be playing Verdant, the currently bedbound, or should be bedbound, Charizard that is Psychic Fire type, normally, and apparently spawned a thing from his throat.
Thumbs up.
A generous bestowal.
Gimund _ tipped $15, tradition.
Thank you for the tip, Gimund. Thank you so much. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed.
A generous bestowal.
It begins.
Drunk _ dragon _ tipped $15, tradition train choo choo mother F.
And Era, thank you for that tip. That is the second tier of the tip goal completed. So...
A generous bestowal.
Trying to do anything for Well then.
Enja, your mic is really weird right now.
Hold on. Let me change its position.
Because yeah,
Is
we
this any
keep...
better?
A generous bestowal.
Might be.
IDDoThings tipped $15, and now, a tip from tradition.
Thank you for the tip, Raharu and Ido. I hugely appreciate the support.
welcome.
That would be the third tier of the tip goal completed. Just
Alrighty then.
one left.
$15.
So yeah, well, that's everybody in the voice chat here. Go ahead, Enja.
Alrighty then. So, should I do the recap?
Go for it.
Alright. Last time, Verdant was bedbound because of his sudden, inexplicable evolution and the treatments therein, with Squirrel rushing to grab anything and everything that could be helpful, even a Wonder Orb, to which Squirrel hasn't been actually told a whole lot about the various items of the world. He's not really had much
Well,
formal education in many things, actually.
to clarify, he has been told the stuff. He just couldn't
Okay.
pay attention.
Perfectly understandable. But Aquarelle accompanied him for a while, and he dragged Pyro along, for better or worse. Worse in Pyro's case.
Well, Aquarelle and Pyro actually went out after him. It just Aquarelle sent Pyroclast back with Squirrel.
I suppose it was the trip back that was bad for
A
Pyroclast.
generous bestowal.
Mistakes were made. There it is.
There's the
$15
Raijin.
Late for tradition Razim cry.
Fair enough.
Better late than never. Thank you so much for that tip, Raijin. That is the tip goal fully completed. Thank you, everybody, so much for the help.
No problem. So, while Squirrel was racing back with his trove of goodies, Aquarelle went to the town for more processed items and even brought a book back with him. 2 books, even.
Well, I was going to wait a little bit for this, but we do have fan art in regards to that.
Ah,
Oh,
And, well, it's only fitting to bring it up now.
understandable.
So, that is not the right window. Here we go. From Raijin.
I freaking love this.
I do too.
Thank you, Raijin.
Yes, thank you, Raijin.
Damn.
Yeah, carry on.
And he got some citrus bandages, which are a superior version than Orin bandages. Orin bandages actually help promote true healing instead of recovery HP. But they are also heal over time items, same as citrus, just more so. And they seem to really be working well. So maybe it's his dragonic nature or his literal impatience and inability to wait while he is healing that is maybe working with the citrus bandages as they were changed. But also, Noah might have gotten to a bit of mischief and people had to convince him not to add mouths, as no, the hole in his neck is not a mouth, Noah. It is not and will never be a mouth.
I mean,
No,
it could
no
be
additional
now.
mouths, even if one on his stomach would be technically, air quotes, convenient.
But the pizza consumption speed that we could get into could be like a whole pizza every second then.
This is correct.
Your neck is already in a lot of pain, Verdant. Don't put yourself
But it seems,
even more.
but it seems Noah has detected something, and old, let's call them handlers because they were decidedly not caretakers, are maybe coming to take a visit. Or coming to visit.
Hooray!
With undefined intentions, but they can't be good if it's those two, as those two are the ones that disabled Noah when he started acting out. And it seems that Aquarelle, a former executioner of theirs, knows a bit about their style, and that they are fucking dangerous.
Yep.
Especially with their one-hit kill fight style.
The good is we don't actually have one hit KO moves in this system.
Yeah, but they've got a strong weapon and they've got a high damage, low accuracy move that that they do a little setup with a lock on first. So bad.
Very bad.
Not to mention that they've got a lot of mobility moves and ways to escape restrictions or just be immune to them somehow. Must be other pieces of equipment, mayhaps. But yes, unfortunately, because they are assassins, and even during confinement, are quite cheeky and do not explain shit all. So, unfortunately, this is about as much information as you do have, other than it seems that they are indeed just fast because Noah went down to try and break their legs with rocks. This did not work. And now he is back, reporting his failure.
Thumbs up.
Noah gets the "You tried" sticker. A for effort.
And I believe we were beginning to train him how to actually fight instead of just throwing shadows at things and whatever move he was trying to practice. Don't do that. Don't do that to anyone. Ever.
Ever. Elba also asked Noah what type is he actually considered, and he couldn't answer that question.
No, it doesn't know.
EBs are usually normal types, but he's definitely no regular EB.
Ah, yes, and I do believe Aqua Blades did a nice.
You are
Yeah,
cutting out a
well.
lot.
Yeah, you cut out a lot there.
That's peculiar. Aquarelle's swords got a nice coating to them.
Yeah.
Did that get through?
Yes.
Yeah, that got through.
Okay, odd. So, let's see, was there anything else?
I did want to do a scene about something that occurred while Pyro was unconscious, but
Ah, yes. I do believe. Yes. Okay, go ahead. I think Pyro had recently learned about Edge's potential probable death since he'd gotten him to talk
yeah.
about it a little bit.
So going back in time a bit to when Squirrel decided to rush over to a Pyroclast, not hiding very well back behind the tree. And then getting dragged off along a trail with his head bumping along the rocks on the ground, causing him to get knocked out. And when he's knocked out,
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
They get
Nightbloom
raided,
2
apparently.
raided my stream with 7 viewers.
Hello there, Nightbloom. Thank you very much for that raid. Welcome in. You guys have come into the start of our Lost in Chaos Scar session for this evening. This is the side game for our main game, our main Lost in Chaos game. But yeah, it's a tabletop RPG being run as Pokemon with our custom Scar system. Thank you so much for that raid, though. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a great stream. I will be in the chat from here, though. Carry on, everyone.
he emerges in a strange space that is quite familiar to him. In this space, there's what looks like numbers streaming from one place to another. And the places these numbers or streams are going to are blocks of these condensed numbers. There are thousands, maybe even millions, of various sizes. Gosh dang it, Squirrel.
Okay, so out of character ADHD moment. What was all of this here?
This is Pyroclast was unconscious.
Oh, okay. So he's not actually. Cool. Carry on.
Great, I'm in the archive again. Pyroclast is gonna look around. Has anything changed since the last time he was in here?
Well, a little bit, actually. It's almost like the walls are pushed back. You hadn't really noticed, but maybe it used to be bigger? There do seem to be more streams than before. More strings connecting to each other, more ports, more. And there is a distinct possibility that you might remember it being bigger and just more than this right now.
Alright, better look around. Probably not waking up anytime soon, anyway. And he's gonna, he's been in this space before and knows he can basically fly around here if he wanted to.
Correct.
So he's gonna do that and look around. I suppose I should probably roll a perception check.
Yep.
Any bonus if I used logic while in here as the expertise?
That makes sense. That would get you an additional dice, yes.
Yummy.
10. Five.
Alrighty. So, with more to access, you might be able to access some personnel files. Will you?
Yeah. He's gonna reach up his claw and place it on the data cube. At first, though, before he does, he'll examine the size of the data cube.
Alright. Paging through some files. 3 names catch your eye. Alex, Alan, and Connor.
It's not really new information. Is there anything deeper in this cube? And he's gonna try and pry deeper.
Into any of them in particular?
He'll pry into Connor first.
Alright. There seems to be quite the history on Connor, actually. It seems that for the most part, he was actually quite withdrawn until he met with Alex, and seemingly that they were friends for quite a while, and got him to be a bit less so. But there was quite the change when he gets drunk, though. As you pry more into this, it does seem that formerly Edge wasn't Edge, he was Connor.
Hmm. Still nothing really new.
Browsing through and looking for more files. You start searching by time frame. News articles that you'd saved, or rather, you hadn't saved them. They were in the recycle bin, you just didn't have a great habit of emptying the recycle bin. But maybe that there's something here, something that you'd overlooked previously. Now, here's something peculiar. Newspaper articles, or rather news articles that talked about rumors of a cult beginning. A cult that seemingly embraced nihilism. A cult that went by the name Shadowheart. Now, seemingly, brief encounters with the police led them to be able to kill cult members that fiercely resisted arrest and had an unusual technology that couldn't be defined. This was obviously hearsay and probably just some journalist embellishing until with nothing much else to do, you start posting articles side by side, tabloid pictures set up, but there is one thing that immediately draws your attention. A ring, or rather a small bracelet-like object held by one of the cultists during a battle that looks like it is put together with fragments of something. Enhancing the photo, you feel a little pinch of dread in your stomach as those look like shards.
His expression is gonna darken a little bit.
Right.
I just gotta say, I love the whole ambiance here, where, you know, Pyro is unconscious and stuff. And so right now, the dogs are far away in the distance, you know, Verdon's neighbors. It's rather fitting. Whereas normally they're very loud and right there, you know?
I'm sorry to tell you this, Pyro, but I think they started following you. They're your problem now. Have my annoying neighbors. They are yours now.
No. It's just that, you know, he can still hear them. It's just he's unconscious, so he doesn't really hear them that loudly.
Let me pawn off my annoying neighbors onto the next
was
pair
that?
of people to deal with it.
You consider Squirrel annoying?
No. Let me pawn off my annoying neighbors on the next person that can deal with it. I never said annoying children, I said annoying neighbors.
You started to say children.
I have working brain cells. Excuse me, I believe I'm in a bed recovering from a surgery, thank you. Can't expect me to think clearly and straight. You can't expect the player to ever think straight. He's not a very straight man anyways. How do you expect this to go?
So,
Anyway, there is more in the recycle bin, but curiously seems blurry and fragmented.
he's gonna pin the image of the. Well, he's gonna snip it down, the image of the bracelet the cultist was wearing. And what are the colors of the shards?
It seems primarily red and yellow.
He's gonna keep that pinned for right now. So, is there any stuff in the fragmented section that is at least partially visible?
Alright. A bit to the one article that you can read that's really fragmented. Notate that on other planets, combat with the cultists is growing shockingly fierce, as police are withdrawing and military action is being taken against them.
Is there any information on the planets these cultists were targeting or on?
Let's see. Information on those. Roll me another academics check, if you please, using logic for an additional dice.
So 10 this time. Oh, jeez. Nope.
Hey.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate.
Yeah. He's gonna willpower that.
Figure if you kept that roll, that'd be around the time someone woke you up.
Much better. 4.
Alrighty then. That being the case.
A miss! Not enough ale.
Thank you, Regin.
Anyway, it seems that these planets were less guarded than other planets because these were transportation planets. They were meant for temporary storage in lieu of mass hauling of a resource that had been around for a while but had been recently rather they had discovered the properties or a potential usage, one being for your portal experiments.
Lovely. Pinning. He's pinning that information as well. Alrighty, I think that's all I'm getting out of Connor's file for right now. What about Pyro's own file for Alan?
All right. Let's see, Alan. What does he have for Alan? Well, apart from a confirmation that he was as well one of the members of the staff for the experiments. There had been a gradual shift in behavior after you started getting your hands on it, but you noticed that he seemed to have a preference towards sourcing the blue and green shards. You hadn't really paid attention to this because you hadn't really put much correlation in the different shards having any individual distinct properties when from an outside perspective and practically even under a microscope they were identical enigmatic materials, so everyone upon their discovery was happy for something new only to fail to utilize them in any meaningful way other than practically being indestructible but also just about unmoldable. Meaning that you either had to use them as is or find some way to shave them into the correct parts.
Pyroclast is gonna pull up Connor's file again and look for any shard preference he may have had.
None whatsoever. He didn't even seem to particularly hold on to any of them. If there were parts, he was already trying to jigsaw them into the machine.
There. He'll keep that as a note when looking at Alex's file later. For now, he's gonna continue looking in his own.
Into his own? Yeah. But it was a bit peculiar. Why was everyone handling these things with so much care if they were basically indestructible?
there any notes in the personnel file about the shards themselves, like studying wise?
A bit. They seemed practically inert until they started getting connected with each other, but even then, a shape needed to be formed, and it would only, that energy, whatever it was, would only get gathered in the middle if it was left empty.
He's gonna look at
Along
his
with some intensive observations that if the colors were balanced, that seemingly there would be a lack of something. There was something missing. You could feel it, but you practically had to make a new instrument to quantify exactly what you were feeling. Thus began the basis of your portal experiments, because what was less present was the interdimensional wall. And this took up no small amount of time just to get this far.
he's gonna look at his own uh armband with the shards he had placed into it recently.
Oh boy. Thankfully, you've got just one of each color, so it doesn't seem to be leaning towards any one direction. However, previously you didn't even know that they were doing that.
That's hmm. He's gonna continue looking through his own file.
What else? There's not a lot. There's not a lot new at the moment, other than from everything that you can find, you the incident where these were happening was pretty far away from your planet.
Enough info. Now gonna close his file and then open up Alex's.
Alex was with these.
You're cutting out.
Alex was also fairly enthused with these, but he also seemed to be leaning more towards, or rather, he thought the blue and green seemed quite nice, actually. though he couldn't quite place why.
So same as Alan.
Yep. However, there was one more thing. Something that you don't even remember.
Whoa.
There had been one experiment with the portal machine, mostly to convince people to invest in it. And this time, it had worked. But instead of going through, something came in.
Oh boy. He's gonna see if he can find more information on what came in. If it's in this data cube.
It is.
He's gonna open the file.
Seems to be an unidentified blue stone. But you can start identifying that, as it seems somehow familiar. That is an ocean stone. That, if information is correct, has weak water type energy.
Of course. I always did love swimming, but still.
Which makes one wonder. Did he have that when he was taken? And did that influence him?
At this point, he's gonna up the amount of focus he's using on this data cube. And looking at both the Ocean Stone file and more of Alex's file at the same time.
Unfortunately, there don't seem to be many special properties that you know of regarding ocean stones, other than potentially being found in more aquatic caverns. But you didn't get sent to an aquatic area yourself. But theoretically, if the stone that he was holding did influence him, Alex is theoretically a water type, or at least part water type.
I knew it.
You're not sure if he'll be able to find any more, though.
He's gonna pull away from this data cube. And I don't know how long I'm gonna be in here this time, and because I got, well, Squirrel.
Oh no, squirrel has become a verb.
Left. And he's just gonna scan the area. How many of them are still red?
Plenty. But a lot of them did. So, hard to say.
You're breaking out again.
Goodness gracious. Okay.
And yet occasionally I could hear myself through your mic.
Why?
Check
Okay.
Discord settings.
All right. One deal with the or one bout with that creature, whatever it is, seems to unlock plenty of them. So if the estimates are the same, 2 more times and you should have full access once again.
He's gonna go over to a data cube he knows way too well. He's gonna go over to the cracked red data cube. Alrighty, let's see if anything has changed with you. He's gonna place his hand on it. And probably exert a lot more focus than he did with the other data cube.
Which one might this be?
This is the one that he knows what it's supposed to contain what got him into dimensional science in the first place, but all he's gotten in the past is that it's that interest.
Hmm.
A generous bestowal.
Oh my. Mhm.
Bewildering Avocado tipped $15.
Bewildering
Thank you.
Avocado. Thank you so much for that tip. Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it.
Well, tragically, you stare. Well, you know what? Roll. Give it a roll. Perhaps you can force your way into a fragment of it. Yield to your secret's damaged cube.
This be science
It would.
and the same +1 if I use.
Correct.
Oh, what? Oh, there it goes. 2 or 5.
And you're saying he's putting everything into this, right?
Yeah, because in the past it took everything just to get that small bit. It was the interest.
All right. A lot of the space has been recovered. So you recover a segment of an audio file.
And he's going to pull that information out because he knows this data cube is not playing around.
All right. A lot of it is corrupted, but there are segments that are playable.
Oh boy. I have corrupted data in here? Oh great, I'm gonna have to do a cleanup later.
Oh my god, it's all over the place. I'm gonna have to sweep it up. It's as bad as glitter.
All
It
right.
got on my jeans.
So, here's what it says when you play. You recognize your own voice. Much, much younger. What are you? And a voice you don't recognize. I am. Or static consumes. When the static fades, the other voice says too fast, too quickly. You can't static once more. And it resumes. Hope still. If you take static. Find me later.
Up to static.
And then the rest of the audio file is absent. You might have had an encounter with something. Something that was definitely not from your universe. Something that was saying too fast, too quickly. What did he mean? What was he talking about?
He's going to go to the archive center. And he is going to open up a lot of windows.
Be back a moment.
As he is going to prepare to basically compute all of this.
All right.
And utilizing the ability of his implants that aren't exactly at full strength, but while in here, he can use at least some of it. So he'll use it to think about multiple things at once in order to try and find answer.
By all means, think away.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Bewildering Avocado just subscribed.
Ooh, Bewildering Avocado. Thank you very much for that subscription. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it.
All I can think about. I'm only slightly sorry, Gimund.
Okay.
Oh, bother.
Alrighty. More of the audio files probably still in there. Gonna have to probably do some repair work later when I have access to it. Too fast, too quickly. Squirrel. Squirrel. Let me see.
Yes, it is clearly Squirrel, your worst nemesis.
Then he's actually going to smile a little bit. You really are a good luck charm. At this point, his head is gonna hurt a little bit for a second, and he mumbles out, "Chaos number 0.4.
Has he drawn some conclusions, mayhap?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This thing here, possibly? Find me later. Didn't say where, though. And he's gonna lie on his back. Hanging out with Squirrel will probably lead me to some sort of answer for that. However, I need to find Alex. This did yield some information, at least. Water type. He always did love swimming. And he's gonna just start thinking about Alex, and that will basically be the rest of his time in the archive until he eventually recovers from unconsciousness.
Fair enough. Pyro's personal recoveries. I suppose now we are back to the present.
Yep.
What was the present again?
I think Elva was as Elva, Aquarelle, Squirrel, and I think Pyroclast and Edge were also out there too. Maybe Noah was out there outside with them as well, because after talking with Lap for a bit.
I believe that is correct.
I think Ink Squirrel and Elva was showing Squirrel how to use Protect, or at least a move that would cast protection on Elva's. And I guess Aquarelle was just hating, and
Yeah.
kind of just racking his brain.
And Elva realized that she could not leave Noah in Lap or Vex's care. Lap would lie, and Vex would give not excellent advice.
Wasn't Vex left with Verdant as a stuffed toy to sleep with?
That is also correct.
Sorry, young
That-
child, you are being used as a plushie.
And then there was also a small realization that maybe the people of Onever are not pushovers.
Yeah. But Lap was left alone with Noah, funnily enough. I'm back, Oswald.
Yep. And Noah's being suspect, but he can't prove that he's wrong yet. And Lap is probably going to cash out the remainder of his good karma on this opportunity.
Yeah, well, Elva's probably showing Squirrel how to use Protect. Aquarelle actually has the fairy stone he got from Shia at the on Ever Vault earlier. He's kind of just holding it, trying to focus, hoping the positive energy from it is just helping. Will keep him stable a bit more. While he's doing that, he's probably just doing his more or less kind of a mindfulness meditation thing he usually does. Is trying to take in everything in his surroundings, keep him grounded in the present, so his spiral doesn't really affect warp reality too much for him.
Yep. And just kind of take the edge off because this is very stressful actually, and Aquarelle does not have hobbies.
I mean, he had hobbies. It's just that spiral made it hard to enjoy them after a while.
Oh, don't worry, Aquarelle. I'm pretty sure you and Elva can find new hobbies together.
Hey, Aquarelle, do you like reading?
He doesn't actually. Also, Raijin is right. Most of his main hobby right now is staying alive.
Hey, that's Jet's. That's Jet's hobby.
Doesn't his hobby go the other way though?
No, he was convinced that he's not actually dead.
Okay.
You are dead. No big surprise.
I mean, yes, big surprise. Actually, you died. You only get to. You only get to.
And yeah, has kind of been trying to coach Squirrel on how to learn a protect like move.
Does Elva have that?
Yes, he does. I showed that off last session.
Oh
He ha-
yeah,
he-
I forgot about that.
He ha-
Sorry.
he has a range protect. When he can use on other allies.
That's technically save Squirrel from Moon Blaster Dazzling Gleam from Cernius.
Yes.
Yes, of course. That moment. Thank goodness for that. Granted that Squirrel only had one extra life because of his extracurricular activities. And if he had not done those extracurricular activities, we would not have a squirrel.
Indeed. He'd be atomized by now.
Correct.
You have exactly 1 minus 1 squirrel.
So, what is everyone else doing? Because I do believe
Duke.
that Verdant had sort of gotten himself up anyway, and found out he was in a lot less pain than he expected it to be.
Well, you see, I asked the doctor if I could administer my own anesthetic, and he said, sure, knock yourself out, so I did.
You're back now.
Bex is still in your grass and he's probably actually sleeping, for honestly. He's been stuck there for so long, the only thing he could do is sleep.
See, I'm testing to see whether or not she is going to actually laugh at my dad jokes. I make sure to tell her that being bedbound has its perks. I can finally say that I'm sheet-faced and mean it.
She is not
Oh,
looking at
boys.
you, she is beaming.
Verdant is confused. Somebody's laughing at his jokes. What does he do now?
Oh no, they do not cause someone pain. She might-
Jokes. They make you
She
laugh.
might be trying to hide the fact that she enjoys them.
At some point, we're probably going to have to figure out what we're going to do to fortify this town.
Well, first, just tell everyone, I believe.
All right, you guys are going to go and tell everybody. How's that going?
I mean, Aquarelle suggested she and
Oh,
tell
yeah.
people.
You, all right? Who has in this team has any?
You're cutting in and out again.
God dang it! Who in this team has any charisma?
Not Aquarelle.
Pyroclast is going in the Aquarelle corner.
And
Especially now in the state he's in right now.
It's a squirrel. Uh-oh.
I have presence, but I definitely don't have whatever the other one, or I don't have any persuasion. I'm loud and big.
I have 0 charming but 1 empathic. And 0 persuasion.
Shocking for the mother.
I actually have 2 empathic. I just have 0 charming.
Aquarelle's neither.
Once again, I'm big and loud.
I mean, we only have so many merits. I had to allocate my points. I'm definitely gonna put a point in charming for Elba later.
Looks at
I-
Noah's page. Uh-oh.
I-
One in persuasion, 2 in empathic. I think we've got our point.
Oh yeah.
So this is where everyone gets down on their knees and just begs for help.
Maybe.
I was AFK. What are we talking about?
Oh
we're,
no.
we're trying to find who has charisma in this party, and we're quickly discovering this party has no face. And she actually does laugh at Verdon's jokes, so everybody's in trouble.
I mean, I may have no persuasion, but Elba does have either 4 mind or 5 soul.
Squirrel has 2 persuasion and 3 presence.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hey.
Squirrel does.
Wait, Elba has 4 presence. What am I talking about?
Presence is one of the social skills.
Whoops.
Well,
It
you see,
is technically like intimidation, though.
Yeah.
So part of presence is intimidation, but its main thing is like inspiration and
Force of will.
force of will. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a like intimidation is part of it, but there's other things that are more what it covers. But either way, persuasion, presence, deception, and etiquette are the 4 social skills.
see, the only thing I have is that we're not really trying to do rallying right now. We're trying to do a warning, and I think the gentler option with persuasion would probably be the best route. But
Wait, what are we trying to accomplish here?
You're
Just letting
trying to
everyone
tell
who know.
the townsfolk that 2 assassins are coming.
Ah,
So I'm not sure how much fortification is going to help because it's not a siege. It's a pair of highly agile bastards.
Could we put this on pause for a couple of minutes? Take a small break, please.
Yes.
okay.
well, Elba doesn't have persuasion, but he does have 4 mind, 5 soul, and 2 logic. I have either 5 or 6 dice with that.
We can figure that out when Zim is
Yeah.
back. I think we're on.
Sudden break period. Ho!
Yeah, no.
Let's talk about other things. Here's a curveball for you. Did you ever play educational games when you were a kid?
Yes.
I think
They
so.
will-
Yes.
Pretty sure that's all they let us play in school back when they cared.
Well, I mean, like, interesting educational games. Have you ever heard of the Clue Finders?
They
Have
didn't
you-
have such things as interesting educational games when I was a kid. The
Have you-
90s were a wild time, man.
Have you ever heard of the Magic Labyrinth of I Am Meme?
There was
I'm
also
not
the
familiar
Magic
with
School
either.
Bus games. Or, well, they were on CDs, but
Honey, I'm from the floppy era.
fair enough.
CDs didn't happen until I was in middle school.
I'm actually also technically on the floppy era. At least we used to have floppies on the computer class back at my like preschool when I was a kid back in Venezuela because we had a computer class over there for some reason.
I used floppy disks throughout high school. I
Wow.
had a CDRW, but not all the computers in my high school had a DVD burner, so I also had a floppy for some things.
Enja, apparently you've cured a weasel of can't
Yeah.
remembering something.
Oh? What did you remember?
No, it's ran in the audience.
Yeah, no, I'm asking them.
Ah.
There was also the Zumbini's Logical... Ah, the Clue Finders. Yep, they had a whole series. think they even had one featuring, Carmen Sandiego.
Busca Carmen San Diego, Carmen San Diego. I love the jingle of the TV show.
There were many
completely
jingles.
different jingle for that, and I'm used to.
Yes.
Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Yep. She'd always escape.
You just reminded me of something funny that I remember. I was looking for that theme song in Spanish because I watched that show in Spanish, the Carmen San Diego show, but I also ended up finding the Castilian dub version of the opening. Apparently over there, they pronounce her name as Carmen San Diego instead of San Diego. They stop at the D part for some reason.
Ah.
It's just a funny thing to me.
Miss Carmen Sandiego.
San Diego.
But yes, I was resplendent with logic games when I was small. I'm pretty sure that no one here has even heard of the Zoombinis.
I think I have heard of the Zumbinis, but I've never played it. I may have heard about that name at some point in some YouTube video.
Fair enough. They're little like blue potato heads that you take on various adventures.
These are starting to sound like PBS educational TV shows from when I was a kid.
Well, it was like there's a drawbridge, and one will accept the Zoombini, the other will reject the Zoombini, and you have a limited number of attempts to figure out what the criteria is. Because as I said, the Zoombini heads are little like potato heads. They're Mr. Potato Heads, meaning that they have different hairs, eyes, feet, nose, and I forget what the last feature was. And you have to figure out which feature is the deciding factor.
So it was Clue, except with little bean things.
In some of them, each game had different rules, such as some didn't even have anything to do with the Zoombini at all. There were pizza trolls, and you had to make them the right pizza, or they would smack you back to the last checkpoint if the Zoombini that gave them the wrong pizza.
How dare you give me the wrong pizza?
Also, the new neighbor.
Yes, she wants another can of cat food.
Adorable.
Yep,
But,
that definitely looks like an early 2000s educational game. Yep. Sure
Yeah.
does.
Well, the more Zoombinis in total passed that and reached the next checkpoint, eventually you'd start getting harder variants with more pizza trolls, or some of them wanting an accompanying sundae. Get it right or it was wrong. And they would give you like clues saying more toppings or something on this I don't like. There were all sorts, and some of them I was better at, and some of them I was not. Because in every game, there was the option, or rather, a limited number of attempts to get all the Zoombinis through, but you could succeed still if you didn't. Ergo, you could leave them behind and still go on with a not full squad anymore. Bye.
So I'm looking at the box art, and all the box art make it look like it's an action-packed, like, edgy 90s game.
It is not.
Then you look at the actual gameplay, and it definitely looks like an early 2000s educational game.
Wow.
Yep.
With those overly intricate backgrounds and the silly, brightly colored characters that do not match the background at all.
Correct.
Like, you got some professional artists up in here doing the backgrounds. And then somebody with a crayon drew the actual characters.
Yeah. Ah, yes, the Zumbinis. They lived on their peaceful Zumbini Island before the Boolies came, and tried
Woolies.
and tried to convince them to industrialize, to enslave the Zumbinis. Zumbinis escaped their island, 16 at a time for some reason, even though there's like over 1,000 combinations. So if you want it 100%, don't.
Yep, that definitely sounds like a 90s, or excuse me, that kind of game.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
this. If you were wanting to 100% Zumbinis, this was your forever game now.
Well, there had to be a glitch that allowed silly things to happen.
Maybe. I never thought to look up exploits, actually. But now I want to.
Gimund.
We're gonna set a date for that soon enough, don't worry. King Dokapon Kingdom.
Hooray!
I don't know why y'all wanted to murder me so bad, but... I don't know why Toshime wanted to murder me so bad. Maybe, probably Sunday, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how dead or not dead I am.
Don't worry. As stated, I have a plan. A plan that will theoretically keep me in last place for a good long time. So you're not going to have to worry about me.
To the very end.
Mayhaps. I am prone to wheeling and dealing, however.
Enja's a mercenary. Got it.
So if one of you wants to help me with my expediting of process, you might actually you might find yourself in third more often than not.
Feel the
But-
backhand of justice!
Ooh.
The Dokapon Untalk caused the backhand of justice to happen.
Well,
Justice to be found in Dokupon.
there is no
Never.
justice. And Dokapon, everything suffers, including the game itself.
Correct.
Yep.
Somebody just reminds them to give like Paul a pack when
Oh, I will be employing the female character though, as I believe they have better outfits than the males. And I want to can't imagine there's going to be many ladies here.
Fair enough.
That's not the first time I've heard that argument. So, for any video game, why do you play the females? They look better. Okay. What was it? My friend's dad once said the reason why he plays a female character in WoW is because if he has to stare at a butt all day, he wants it to be a female butt.
You know, actually, that
What?
I don't remember that, but that gave me a flashback to one day my parent asked me when I was playing City of Heroes when I was like
Headshot.
12 why I made female characters, and I think that's the exact argument I gave him, to which he He just shrugged and said, "Well, make sure she's pretty then." I did do that. Come to think of it, I played a lot of ladies when if I was doing avatar creation.
So are you a ladies' man?
Yes.
Or are you a man ladies?
Well, I don't know, but it was certainly an come to think of it, pants were skin tight. Thinking back on it,
Fair enough.
Me, looking back, realizing I was ace and had no thoughts whatsoever on that.
I had cape options. I never took them,
How could you not wear a cape? Capes make the outfit.
but
All right, people like butts. This is a thing that people enjoy. But fashion. Capes allow you to do so many neat things, like dramatic reveals, and dramatic entrances, and dramatic exits.
Anyone else
Dramatic.
wonder what Sim's going to think when he gets to when the recording comes out and people start commenting about this section?
but thinking about it, there were also some other
I'm
signs
back.
because
Sorry about that.
oh hi.
Welcome back,
Okay.
Sim.
This
We are talking about capes and butts.
Fair enough.
Where were we?
We were discussing who is the best face of the party.
Again,
Who has
not
the best
Aquarelle because he's not.
ability.
Funny enough, he does have a tut in persuasion and presence and deception, but I don't think he's in a good mental state right now to be telling people what to do. Also, he still has no empathic or the other one, and charming.
I think Squirrel wins. Maybe.
He just needs someone to support him.
Yeah,
I mean, if we go by presence, then Elba wins. But if we're not doing presence, then yeah, the Squirrel probably wins.
presence is one that is more for addressing a crowd. At the end of the day, that's the most common use for it. Whereas
I guess if you're telling everyone, yeah.
yeah, so I think presence would be the one that would win. If it were a small group or individual, then that would fall under persuasion more.
So, Elva, come here. We're gonna hold you up high and we're gonna shake you, and you're gonna make loud bell noises. Okay? Just go dong dong.
Okay.
Pretend you're a dugong. That was a very long and elaborate dad joke. I am not sorry.
No worries. I enjoyed it.
Dugong. Continue without me. I'll be back in my bed now.
Collapse. Squirrel, he has stolen your Yamcha pose.
Squirrel probably learned it from him then. Even though Squirrel met him after he, started doing it, we're still, it's fine.
I don't believe he's done it ever since he met him. Well, no. No, he hasn't.
So if we're going to be addressing a crowd, then yeah, I guess we want Elba to try and do so.
As Lap is left alone with no one more.
The consequences of this will be made aware later. But for now, this it's not important.
So, Elva, are you bringing anyone to the town with you?
I highly recommend Gia.
Yeah.
She is kind of watching Verdant, but all right.
Well, I mean, even if she is watching Burden, the town people does trust Shia more than they would trust just Elba alone. So
That's fair.
yeah, I mean, somebody else can take care of Burden for a moment.
Alright.
After all, he is on the road to recovery.
Squirrel and Pyroclast.
I think Squirrel is probably more focused on helping Aquarelle with his spiral.
Just Pyroclast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Pyroclast, I don't feel bad for you.
Oh no.
You're gonna get great gems. Like, why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts. Why'd the bicycle fall over? Because it was too tired.
Edge begins to glow and demands sacrifice.
No. No, not that one.
You fucking just fucking turn into line.
Hey, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I only know 25 letters of the alphabet, by the way. I don't know why.
Looming.
So Elva and
The
Gia
one
get
eye
back.
glows with murderous intent.
Elva and Gia get back. Ek and Pyroclastus and Ed are dead from psychic damage.
Alright,
Oh,
where's the rope?
so this is Burden's psychic attack. He just has his own version of vicious mockery, vicious cringe,
Vicious dad jokes?
vicious dad jokes.
Edge.
Pyroclast is gonna go look for some rope and tie Edge into his scabbard.
I want to go to the Daybreak Kingdom. I understand.
No, Edge, don't say that. That's bad.
Hey, Edge, hey, Edge, hey, Edge. What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing, it just waved. I'm gonna walk away now. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, Pyroclast is holding on to him while he's looking for some rope so he can tie Edge into his scabbard.
Meanwhile, completely unaware, Elba is going with Shia to the town. Everything is fine. I'm sure.
She will not disagree, but she will not agree either.
Fair.
How is Burden doing with his injury though? Was the operation successful?
Yes, I think so, actually.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Now, he'll certainly have to practice speaking again, but it's probably going to be quite possible, actually.
He'll actually be able to speak again? Damn. That is actually very impressive considering you didn't really have like professional equipment. I suppose that the only reason why that is possible at all is because he ended up mega evolving in front of me. So many things I thought I've witnessed in this journey. It's almost unbelievable.
This really must be quite something for you, isn't it?
You do not know the half of it. I am quite the bookworm, you could say. I have read my fair share of fiction and non-fiction books, and researched plenty of stuff.
I might have some idea about what
Perhaps.
it's like to be overwhelmed and confused and extremely out of your depth.
I suppose with you being a human Pokemon and all, yeah, I suppose that makes sense. It's just, I suppose it's a bit of a different feeling when I'm in a denizen of this world, and I've just bore witness to stuff that are meant to be legends.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand the everything feels normal world shift, and now everything is not right.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
probably a different experience from my own.
Yeah. It hasn't been all bad though. I mean, as much as I'm astounded to have witnessed it, I'm also rather excited to actually have witnessed a mega evolution. Those are those are pretty rare.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen one myself before, but I do remember reading about them.
And Burden ended up manifesting a mega stone for himself out of all of that. He could actually be able to mega evolve again once he's better if he actually learns how to use it. Although honestly, I may just try to convince him to do it against it, because mega evolving into that mega evolution ended up flaring up his dragon typing. He was so cocky to the point that he ended up injuring himself again. Funnily enough, he's been very mellow since we met him, but he has told us about his past and all. I suppose getting the feeling of that amount of power just brought up those feelings back again. So, I do have a question for you. I know you are the strongest Pokemon living in Ann Arbor, but I imagine there are plenty of combat capable Pokemon in there, considering you guys live next to a Gold and Platinum dungeon, and you're not the only one that travels the dungeon, are you?
You're right.
Yeah.
But honestly, on Ever, the people here kind of just find their way here when they want to, well, not be anywhere else.
So that's why it's called that. Interesting.
I suppose so. I hadn't really put much thought into it beforehand, but very few people are here. It's basically hidden.
Well, basically hidden. Apparently, the queen knows pretty well where this location is. She's sending an assassin after us, and she came here herself. But she have mostly left this place alone.
Yes.
Oh, and I guess the guildmaster also knows about it.
Well, I feel like he is cheating somehow, some way.
'Cause I don't know much about I don't know much about former guildmaster Colty, but considering he is the guildmaster and he is an espion, I would imagine he is some sort of exponential psychic ability that he has.
Maybe. I am wondering though, what defenses should we put for an assassin?
That's a good question. I mean, if it was any other kind of Pokemon, I would say to just barricade yourself inside your houses, because, well, assassins usually try to like get you off guard to kill you, but considering their smear goals, that's kind of complicates matters, because that one Pokemon is capable of earning every move in existence.
Well, it doesn't mean that they actually do. It's just
No, I know that they probably don't know every move in existence, but the fact that they can learn it, it means we don't exactly know what they're capable of, other than what Aquarelle saw.
right.
At the very least, we do know that they apparently have big source with them that they try to, well, off somebody immediately with, according to Aquarelle. So that's one thing we do know about them. I suppose if there is any people in the town that knows protection like moves, that could be something to consider. At the same time, though, they could know piercing.
Guess we should that out then. Ah, I know. Everyone should carry a reviver seed. At least one.
Everyone should carry a what?
Reviver seed.
Oh yes, quite.
Good thing we've got plenty of those. The most
Yeah.
common. Eventually they add up.
Yeah, that is a good failsafe, unless they have a way to disable them, and I don't really know. I've never really heard of any way to do that.
Nothing explicitly comes to mind.
So yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. Yeah, if you have any to spare, having getting one moment, gotta count the heads.
Following this,
9, 10 for us.
Yep. All right, that's fine. The only thing that I can think of, perhaps for fast and small fire traps,
Perhaps.
like around the outskirts. Thin wires, really thin wires at around ankle level, maybe.
Yeah,
Have to
ones that
be really careful about taking those down after.
yeah, tripwires that either spring traps or springs an alarm to basically say that they're coming. Sounds like a good idea. That way they wouldn't be able to catch us off guard.
We have new fan art from Raijin.
Who?
See, capes make the fashion.
No capes!
No capes.
That looks fabulous though. I love it.
Understandable. Have a nice day. But Elva,
Hmm?
would you mind rolling insight? I believe it was. Or-
Wasn't it presence?
No,
Or is it something else?
It's for something else.
Ah, okay. Elba has no insight, but he does have 4 mind. So here we go. Going mind logic here, unless I can use another expertise.
Empathic also works.
Let's go with logic.
I mean,
Okay.
the expertise is up to you. You just might get a bonus if you use one, or it may be easier if you use a particular one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which one? I'm guessing empathetic is easier, but I have 2 in logic.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Go ahead.
Again, when it comes to expertises, it's up to you as the player. But like, if you're trying to, convince a king to, I don't know, go to your way of thinking, maybe using forceful on a king will probably just get a stick up his butt.
Yeah.
But if you were to use empathic, you might get the point across to a way that he might be sympathetic, or cunning could lead him into thinking it's his idea instead. It's up to you. The point of the expertise is how you're doing the thing.
Yeah, correct. Okay, I have been deliberately leaving Elba's insight and perception at 0 because he's unaware. But I think I may put 1 point in it just so that I don't actually suck at these rolls. Ooh, that's a pretty good roll actually. And resolving that one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Oh, there's a
6
10 in
insight.
there. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, I already did it. I got 6 insight.
All right. Now, she might have been thinking of something less nice than a alarm trap. She might have been thinking more garrote wires.
Oh. Wait, I don't care. They want to grab wires.
Lacerating wires.
Oh, ones that are meant to cut your feet, or rather your legs.
Yeah. Most often they're used for wrapping around the throat and,
Ah,
A garrote wire?
a garrote wire. Yeah.
Elba
Also,
blink.
well, no, carry on.
Yeah, I was gonna say Elba blinks if he suddenly realizes what Shia actually meant. Oh, okay, no, fair enough. I mean, well, yeah.
She seems a little embarrassed now.
Okay, Lightpaw's saying that garrote wire is dull, it's just for strangling. Okay, I knew it was typically used for strangling, but apparently razor wire is the cutty stuff, so I guess we'll need to look into this.
Fair enough. I mean,
I was thinking about something else. Then I forget what the sharp wire is called.
that will be razor wire then.
Okay, that one.
You're talking about razor wire, huh?
Might have been. I mean, we are dealing with assassins after all. If we could disable them, that would be nice.
No, yeah, that does make sense. But well, we do gotta make sure that we don't end up falling for the razor wire ourselves once it's set up. So
Yeah. Hence we're gonna have to be real careful afterwards, but yes, yours is the safer option, at least in making sure that we know where they are, when.
Elba nuts. Well, I suppose if maybe some of the villagers don't have some other ideas, but this does sound like a good enough base.
Right. Alarm wires, indeed.
Now we just need to tell them, and hopefully they actually listen to us and don't actually like make this some sort of spectacle like they made your little day with Burden. Because apparently the population of this village seems to have a bit of a case of the Borden. Hello?
Yes. So, I suppose let's round up everyone then?
Sorry there. Yes. And should I make my presence roll now to convince the villagers about the impending danger?
Yep. As she starts asking everyone to meet together for a meeting.
All right, going mind logic presence here.
All right, go for it.
Oh my god. Elba is extremely
Wow.
inspiring. And I'm solving that one as well. Yes. $13. Presence 13. Jesus.
And
Wow.
then the radio announcer voice comes in naturally.
Just a very exploding presence there.
Alrighty then. You give. It's quite the speech about these assassins. And share all that we know about them, as everyone is considering what to do. Definitely the reviver seeds seem like a pretty good plan. And certainly alarms, but Ooh. They are considering other things, such as, are they faster than they are strong? If so, maybe some tar traps or like other things to hinder speed, but considering that they seem to have ways of escaping restraints, those might seem less useful.
They do seem to be in both very speedy and very powerful, it seems. Or at least or at least from what we know of, their power comes from their swords.
They are certainly frowning at the mention of swords, as they are looking over to Shia for some reason, but you might know why. They might have heard about the last time.
The scar, I take it.
Yep. And might have regretted not helping.
Elba nuts.
Granted, they probably didn't think it was going to come to that last time.
Indeed.
Hey, it works out for us. Now it's personal.
Elba had just inspired the town to protect Shia. More or less.
Oh yeah. They're not gonna take it this time. They are the new victory condition. Protect the pair. If either gets damaged, mission failure. Optional objective, destroy.
They really want this ship to sail, huh?
I mean, is that not what everyone wants? The actually friendly, helpful NPC to live?
Yes.
I mean, yes.
I told you guys that this was going to go swimmingly.
Yep. As the town is now thinking, or rather brainstorming, what can we do against Smeargles? Smeargles in particular. Smeargles that seem fast and have swords. The one saving grace is that they have never used a ranged move to Aquarelle's knowledge. They are melee exclusive.
Thumbs up. Elba's gonna turn to Shia and say, "Well, I think this went better than expected."
I agree. You did much better than I thought.
Elba smiles.
Dare I say, I think they're looking forward to it in a strange way. Like, they really want to get their hands on those two. I'm a little worried for those two now.
Out of character, good. In character, don't come back to me anytime soon. I have been thinking of sword puns.
Sword. This is exactly what we wanted.
All right, shall we follow the crowd to the shed then? We've got some reviver seeds.
Yep. Make sure we get the 10 for our group, and everybody else gets one.
Definitely.
Hopefully there's enough.
That reminds me. I think in one of the rooms there's a bag.
Oh.
I think it's time for Noah to get a bag, so he doesn't put everything in his mouth, for goodness sake.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea.
Saddlebags acquired for the EVs.
I think he'd appreciate that coming from you. It'd be a present.
Yes, I'm going to have to resize it a little bit. It's a bit too big for me now.
I can try and help you with that.
I would appreciate it. Think of it, I wonder what his measurements are right now. I imagine they're very different, but it never hurts to check.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I couldn't really say what Noah's physiology is, since he's definitely not a regular EV pod. You can probably just take his measurements when we come back.
Sounds reasonable. I'll just pick the one that seems closest. Oh. She's going to go to another room and pick up something else. Seeming a little embarrassed, but I did put this away here, didn't I?
Are you alright, Chia? What's the matter?
Well, it's this, as she's going to show Elva what looks to be a titanium sippy cup.
Elba Elba tilts his head. Is that a sippy cup made of titanium? What?
So Noah was not a very neat eater early on, and once the liquid was free of the bowl, it actually did quite a lot of damage.
Oh, I see. Understandable, I guess, then. I mean, I don't think he needs that anymore, but... Well,
I
actually...
was thinking of reintroducing it to him for the carryable portion. If he has to go for a while without.
Sure. Showing that to him might jog some of his memories, if that was something that he was using quite a lot while he was in your care.
Well, the funny thing is that he was actually quite frustrated with it.
Really?
Yes, he wanted to shove his entire face in the bowl.
That
But
does sound like
is
something Noah would do.
a bit wasteful. So it made him eat it slowly.
Elba nods. I get it.
Maybe I should resize it. No, I should leave it.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine this way. That might be a bit of a resizing a titanium cup. It might be more of a hassle than it's worth.
Yes. As she brings back Noah's special sippy.
That is both concerning and adorable.
Hey, Ido. Hey, Ido.
Yeah.
You know why we have to bring him a sippy cup, right? We need to make sure we need to make sure to keep things from getting out of hand.
You fool!
It's like we can hear the jokes from a distance.
No, stop!
So, what level of anger is Edge now at the moment?
Oh, don't worry about Edge.
Well,
You see, sometimes you have to sit on these jokes to truly savor them.
indeed.
Oh, no, that.
We'll make sure to tell Edge not to, be put on guard.
I don't think Edge is allowed to scabbard.
Look, I'm trying to get a grip on these jokes before I get pummeled.
I think Pyroclast has gotten the rope on Edge before it got this bad, but still, I think he's
Edge
having
has
to
been
tighten the-
mummified by a rope. He
Probably a good thing
needed
I'm
to
so
be,
epic.
or else.
Seems all my jokes have no edge. But at least I still have a point.
It's just rattling.
Man, Vac's supposed to be getting so much material right now.
Sorry, this is just a repose.
Okay, we should probably continue with the scene.
Yep.
So yeah, Elba goes with Shia with the sippy cut and gets the reviver seeds. Unless there's anything else we need, we'll probably just be coming back to Shia's house.
Yep. Back to the house. All the town makes their plans and sets their traps.
Well, I can tell you guys that the town is it has been very inspired to protect themselves against the assassins. I don't think we'll have to worry about them surviving.
I'm guessing this is being said to Aquarelle and Squirrel, who are still outside.
Yes.
So, how beat up is Squirrel after training with Aquarelle and basically letting him get steam out?
Squirrel wouldn't have directly attacked Squirrel. If anything, he probably would have let Squirrel attack him while he just attacked a tree or something.
Also, Raijin, I think you're right. I do need to implement that feat ASAP. Except it won't save me in the recallers, but at least here I can pick it up with all my characters and just be like, okay, that was bad. 1 point.
Raijin, you just foiled all my jokes.
Oh no!
Do you want me to roll for anything to see how much damage Aquarelle might have caused as to blow off steam?
That's up to you two.
There's no rage room in the area.
I
There's
think
not a guild hall around.
I mean, I think what we'll go with is you could roll something to determine how in control you are, and Squirrel will be doing his best to make sure you blow off as much steam as you can, even if it involves direct one-on-one training with him suffering some blows.
Oh no.
Well, percentile says as 58% in control, I guess.
So I guess Squirrel probably got hurt a bit.
And maybe there's a few less trees in the area for some reason. Hey folks, looks the firewood. Yeah, Aquarelle is probably when Nova gets back, he's probably just panting on the ground now with his swords were drawn. And he's taking a few deep breaths just to keep himself have some bit of clarity. He probably hears what Elva says and marks that as good news, but still realizes he's still on a time crunch.
The two of you have been going at it for a while there. You should probably take a rest.
Squirrel's just giving a weak thumbs up, probably from the ground, covered in scrapes, bruises, and dirt and stuff.
Apologies.
It's fine. You needed to let it off. Ow.
Hey, Elva, Aqua might just hand you his wallet to get more her citrus bandages.
Elva takes the wallet. I just came back for the time. I should probably have gotten those while I was there. But it's a quick trip. I'll do that. Sure.
Okay, I assume she just went back with Verdant to save Pyroclast, to check on Verdant and save Pyroclast.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, Elba is heading back to town to get more bandages.
She just walks in to the room with some ash starting to form around Pyroclast and Edge in just a massive bundle of ropes.
Edge is threatening to evolve.
Verdant holds up a sign that says, "I'm helping."
And he's just gonna look to Shia. You're back. And then takes Edge and runs out of the room.
I think my jokes are a little too sharp for Edge.
Hey, I don't know. Those are perfect emotes for the situation.
God, I want to get to partner on Twitch so bad, just for more emotes.
Emotes are great.
I don't care about any of the other stuff that comes with being partner. I just want more emotes.
Fair.
I need to hire somebody to get more emotes for me because I have open slots. But
Whiskers is open, and he really likes doing emotes. Just saying. Also, his iPad broke, so we kind of need some extra funds.
Oh no.
Or rather, I need extra funds because I sent it out of my money to pay for it, but yeah. Kind of his livelihood, so, you know, important for him to get it, but gonna need to make that up for my own rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would get something if I wasn't already waiting for something. Maybe I could get
What are you
an
waiting
item.
for from Whiskers?
The thing I got from buying Renzel 10 subs, remember?
Ah, right, that.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember you actually commissioning him.
Please tell me that actually got added to the lease.
Yes, it did. Brain was like,
No, yeah, fair enough.
My brain is very focused in on, yes, this was commission, that was commission, that was commission. But, you know, the whole,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. Carrying on.
Yeah. Yeah, where were we at? It was Edge was molding and Pyroclast was very worried.
A magnanimous
Oh,
dispensation.
Oh!
Bewildering Avocado tipped $100.
Wow, very nice.
ooh.
Thank
okay.
you so much for that, Avocado.
Dude. Okay, wow. Bewildering avocado indeed.
A generous
Thank
gift.
Okay.
Thank you.
IDDoThings tipped $10. Hashtag feedwhiskers08. Was it something else?
Thank you as well, Ido. I
The
kind of
tip
got
with-
my Twitch payout and sent him $300 out of it to help him out with the tablet and also, you know, funds while he's away and stuff. But yeah,
The tickle is 250% over.
thank you so much, both of you.
I don't think you can give Noah a more special cup than a sippy cup that is made out of titanium.
I
also have-
I do believe this is one of the ones that I can really stack. But
if this was stackable, this would have been pretty interesting.
I can't come up with more sippy joke or sippy cup jokes at the moment.
Yule encrusted CP cup.
I guess I gotta, you know, just make sure to drink from it slowly.
And Pyroclast is running further away.
A generous
You see,
oh,
Jib Gab tipped $10. 3.
Gib Gab,
Hey.
thank you as well. I
I think
appreciate
people
the
are
help so
insisting on a special cup.
much. I guess so.
I guess so.
Okay.
So the jewel encrusted sippy cup now has a like golden band around it or something. The handle hose are are made of pure gold or something.
It is a magical sippy cup.
the never-ending sippy cup has arisen,
Consider
bottomless.
Damascus sippy cup.
Oh, so that's why he was so interested in the master scale.
So we're also turning this into a weapon. Got it.
Hooray.
Damascus cup. It's got the waves. It's got.
Amazing.
Is this going to be the new fatal ladle?
I was thinking the same thing.
The sip slayer.
God damn it. Yes, the
Fatal ladle and the
sip
sip slayer.
Oh. This sippy cup has been infused with so much God's blood. It is now a legendary weapon because it was fresh. Fresh amounts were poured in every day and then drank. Small bits were infused through the passage of time.
We're having a good time here, everybody.
You know, it's probably
Yes,
a really,
we-
really, really good thing that Edge is not a comedian.
No. Just no. I don't know where you're going with that, but no.
You are retroactively banned.
I
Man,
think this
nobody
is
can hear-
preemptively.
Sorry, yes.
Fine.
Thumbs up.
I'll go back to
Okay.
thinking about sippy cups.
The audience insisted.
Oh, I guess 10 more bucks to hear the joke. You know what? I'll accept that.
Oh dear.
Oh wow.
Oh, they wouldn't be able to handle the cutting remarks.
You.
Come on.
They didn't do it!
They might get tied up.
Pyro, run.
He's already running.
That'll be $10 more, Gib Gab.
No.
Does he run outside? He does not even notice Aquarelle or Squirrel.
See, the funny part is Verdant's not saying this out loud. He's just writing it so people can look away. You don't have to look at Verdant's jokes.
But
The psychological pain, though. He
You
has to
think
get
Edge
away
would have
from the
been
source.
blindfolded at this point.
What was that, Enja?
You'd think Edge would have been blindfolded at this point, but no one's done that. However, we also didn't know that the Pawn Edge eye pommel could get veins in it, but now we know. Yes, it can do that.
I wonder what courses through those veins, because it shouldn't be blood.
I would assume at this point it's spite.
Oh, actually, yes. You may actually.
No,
you
now
may
we're going full FNAF with this, and it's whatever, that special thing is. It's supposed to be infused in all the animatronics.
Oh, that miracle serum that makes miracles?
Wait, what?
Sure, I guess you could call them miracles.
It makes the impossible possible.
I am so like out of touch with FNAF lore. What the hell is that? What the hell is this about a miracle serum?
Well, I'm not deep enough in the lore to understand what, but I do know that something inside the animatronics lets them do that. It's some liquid thing that basically defies reality wholesale.
It's some kind of like, the theories are that it's some kind of like liquid spite or hatred or something like that. I forget what they call it.
A generous bestowal.
Oh no.
No, Kip Gap,
You'd
why?
$15, get 15 anyway, and you'd less than 3.
Thank
Oh,
you,
no.
Gib Gab. Thank you all so much.
Look, Gib Gab, there's only so much punishment I can lay down. I have to leave the rest of Taya tomorrow, otherwise I will lose my brains. Anything I to do or I can do, he can do better, and he's going to do way better than me tomorrow, I promise you.
You mean Saturday?
Oh, right, it's Thursday.
Yes.
That'd be Friday for me now.
It is Friday for me as well.
We operate off of ZST here. It is currently Thursday.
It's still Thursday for me in both ways.
So I'm assuming Elva gets the bandages and is able to come back before, we have a sword exploding in pure spite and anger.
Yes. Meanwhile, Sheila is checking on the bandages again. Verdant is healing very well.
It's the power of the puns.
Yeah, and Elba is tending to Aquarelle and Squirrel. Was she attends to Burden?
I mean, I think Aquarelle's fine. Squirrel wasn't really, Squirrel was born being a punching bag.
I feel like Alcarell still exhausted himself a lot. Probably wasn't making sure of his own to take care of himself. Of-
Yeah.
probably not as bad a shape as Squirrel, but he doesn't really think he wasn't not really thinking or being of self care at that moment.
He's tending to both of them, that's why. I suppose I should roll a medicine check with Elba to see how well he tends to them.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Pyroclast is gonna try and keep Edge under control from interfering with everyone.
I saw that 10 being rolled into a 1, into a 2, damn it.
So would you say Pyroclast is running damage control?
I'm gonna willpower that.
Where's the scissors?
If we do not respond.
Why do you need them? There's a pair of swords. It's outside, waiting.
Okay, that's better. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 for medicine.
Alright. Verdant is healing well. He's way ahead of schedule, even with these bandages.
That was for Squirrel and Aquarelle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Aquarelle? He's probably calming down. He looks less like the blood is going to explode in his body.
Yeah.
Well, could do with an Oranberry, maybe.
Or a couple of them.
Yeah. I mean the bandages can also help with all the scrapes. Elbow was told to get bandages, so he went to get bandages.
Bandages, ho. This is familiar, being wrapped in bandages. Except these wounds are not self-inflicted.
Yeah. Elbo's gonna wrap all of Squirrel's injuries in bandages, and well, if he finds any in Aquarelle, he will do those as well, even if he's not that injured. The two of you really worked yourself to the bone. Please try not to injure yourself like this. Otherwise, you guys may end up just being in a worse state that when those guys actually arrive.
I know. Sorry, I'm usually better at keeping myself together at this. Just one thing after another, and
I understand. You're doing a great job keeping yourself together.
Verdant holds up a sign that says breathing is good for you.
Alcarelle would agree. He would just probably, if you'd tell him in front of Alcarelle, he won't disagree with that, but at the same time, Aquarelle's just staring at it like, what the hell do you think I've been doing?
Brendan writes out, would you rather I go back to the dad jokes?
Pyroclast starts raising a claw over the ropes.
Aquarelle just stares at the next paper with a silent look of contempt. And a hint of resignation as he knows probably more jokes is not going to help him right now.
Huh. Oh, by the way, Aquarelle, do you mind if I give you a hug?
Aquarelle just is tilt his head a bit. Why? Why? Did I not get through there?
It did get through. You were just saying, I. Like,
He
like,
said,
like
he
it's
said,
not gonna respond.
he said why. That's what he is saying.
Ah, because I want to thank you for that book you gave me earlier.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I was gonna proceed to give Aquarelle a big ol' hug.
Can you feel the love tonight?
Also, well, people have told me after the Quagsire hose can be very calming. Maybe this will help you out a little.
I guess it wouldn't hurt. Aquarelle does remember that Squirrel was hugging him when he was initially beginning to spiral. He was still kind of fully wrapped up in his thoughts, but to really fully process it. But he knew Squirrel was at least trying to help in his way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Elba isn't really asserting his aura on you to try and calm you down. He's just giving you a big ol' hug.
Yeah, but it's kind of clear that he needs some sort of positivity or something.
Sadly. Much more positive than a silly Quagsire giving you a hug.
Well, Aquarelle will accept it. He won't. He's not really moving.
So, yep, Elba is giving Aquarelle a big ol' hug. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Aquarelle's head is just filled with if confused the same phrase. Is this how it works? Am I doing this correctly?
Welcome to club. I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
Squirrel's just crawling over and giving a hug to Aquarelle around the lake.
Aquarelle will turn to Squirrel. I'll acknowledge it, and then he'll just gently try. I think it's best to be gentle. I'll gently pat Squirrel on the head, hopefully not putting any more force on him than he's already had. Yeah, I've done really did a number on you, haven't I?
It's fine. I could take it.
You don't look fine. He's just gonna try his best to just, as well, more or less, he's gonna just gesture for Elva to pick Squirrel up and have Squirrel be placed on his back.
Elban.
I'm fine. Just tired. Just taking a nap. Yeah. Nap.
Squirrel, don't overexert yourself. You're clearly not fine, and pretending that is not going to help you.
Fine.
Elba's mouth at Squirrel, actually listening to him, and he's going to help him get where do you said you wanted me to put him again?
Aquarelle's back. Heck.
Yeah, we're gonna help him put him on top of Aquarelle's back.
And Aquarelle's just gonna walk Squirrel back inside the house.
No, but he's following behind.
I think I need better armor.
That Squirrel's saying that he'll probably. I don't know if Squirrel said that in character or not, but if he did, Aquarelle will probably be thinking about that as well.
He did say that in character.
Yes, armor. That might be helpful as well. What preparations were being made in town again?
Burden writes out, I don't think we have a strategy yet, other than we exist.
Yeah, and Elba is going to tell you guys all about the town basically rallying, psyching themselves off to basically think up stuff for when it comes to the assassin. Also, he's handing everybody a reviver seed.
Verdant's can hold up a sign that says, "How bored is this town?"
Well, I was apparently very inspiring, so I don't know. At the same time, though, they seem to be determined over something else. It wasn't just boredom. So I think they will. I think they will be fine.
All right. That's good. At least I suppose something's being done. Though we should have a plan of action for ourselves specifically, because I think it goes without saying who the targets of those assassins are.
Elba nods. Hmm. Oh. Vernon, you still have Beck with you, right?
Vernon holds up Vex, who's probably been sleeping this whole time.
Okay, there
Yes,
he is.
sleeping. That's what we call it when they're stuffed under a very large mass and unable to breathe. Yeah, just sleeping.
He's sleeping disgracefully.
Have you guys seen Lap? I left in here to watch over stuff while I was doing something else.
Unfortunately, I was busy with Verdant and his puns.
Wait, was Lap not inside here? The last he was inside the house the last time I was here. Kitty.
Alright. The search for Lap begins. Noah does seem to be sitting by himself outside.
He's sitting by himself outside.
Yes.
But yeah, after a quick look around to see that he's not inside the house, he's going to look outside and just find him there and just Lap, why were you not in the house? What are you doing there? What are you doing over there?
No. Noah is sitting outside by himself.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So yeah. Well, actually, yeah. If Elba has seen Noah outside, he will probably ask him if he has seen Lap because Noah was with Lap the last time he saw him.
Yeah.
Oh, then where is him?
Up.
Up?
He points upwards.
Elba is going to look at this. Elba is going to look at the sky.
Elva sees the tops of trees and clouds.
Elba blinks. No, what exactly do you mean by up? I don't see. I don't see a Lap in the sky.
He's right there. Points. He's pointing at the clouds.
Elba's looking at whatever cloud Noah is pointing to. He's trying to squint his eyes.
Shit. And, one of us roll a perception check.
Please, somebody roll perception because Elba doesn't have any.
Aquarelle, you can get a +3 from Pyroclast on perception.
Thank you, Pyro. I'm gonna soul that one.
We have more fan art.
Oh.
From Glygen.
Featuring. Is it the most ornate? His...
Aww.
Oh, that's adorable.
That is precious.
That is precious.
Did Enja just squeak?
It is excellent. Because everyone should remember, for as monstrous as he is, Noah is a little guy at the end of the day. A little guy.
It's a kid, yes. We all know that.
I just didn't expect to hear that noise come out of you, Enja.
I was not expecting it
He's
either.
not often drawn cute.
Adorable.
Yes, very adorable.
With his special cup.
He's got his cup.
Okay, and Aquarelle got a fine perception for looking, I guess.
You're scanning the sky, but there is a small pit in your stomach as Noah has undefined just said up. There is a non-0% chance that he is past clouds.
Clearly, Lap has passed away and gone to a better place.
Ah!
I didn't know the Ascension was starting cheese.
No, wherever Lap is, did you have a hand in getting him there?
Yes.
By any chance, can you help get him back here safely?
So, yes.
Can you please do that, El?
Not got much of a shadow up.
What? What was that last thing?
He's not got much of a shadow up there, but I will try. As Noah will trot behind a tree and just reach into the ground.
Everybody's looking like very horrifically worried at the moment.
Noah reaches, grabs, and pulls upward. It is Lap. Air is escaping his throat, but no noise escaping. As he is rigid.
Everybody's immediately going towards Lap and like get him. Lap, are you alright? What? No, what in the world happened?
Oh, he told me he could.
Repeat that?
Do that again.
Well, he told me that he could go anywhere, come right back. So, I put him somewhere, and I waited. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited for like 8 minutes. And then I waited more. Elva, you might get the inclination that Lap has been falling for a very long time.
Was him screaming.
Elba's face is like he is. For a moment, it's just plain, but then he actually looks legitimately angry and pissed. Noah, why would you do that to him?
He didn't tell me to get him back.
How could he have been able to do that? He can't speak at the moment.
Oh, that's because his throat is.
Say that again.
Oh, that's because his throat is very.
Yes, I know. He's scared of his minds and out of breath. No, you could have actually killed him.
What?
Elba's just taking deep breaths at the moment. You could have killed Lap with this thing that you did to him. You sent him in the middle of the sky. He was probably at the stratosphere. Or maybe even further than that.
No, I made sure he was coming down.
How long did Noah, what do you think that was going to happen once he reached all the way down here?
Well, obviously he would use quick attack.
Noah,
Obviously, he would what?
He would use quick attack, and then I would catch him by him.
Noah, Lap cannot use his. Lap cannot do that unless he's on the ground.
What?
Lap cannot fly.
Why?
Because he's not a flying Pokemon. He's not psychic either. He cannot levitate. He was basically free falling down to the sky for who knows how long. How long were you waiting for him?
Not sure.
Elba just seems exasperated at this point, and he's just going to like. He's going to stop talking. He's just going to put Lap back on top of his head and just take him back inside where he can just get him somewhere warm. Because he was probably also pretty cold up there.
This is true. Free falling is not an excellent thing for your body.
Yeah, and Elba is, if there's any fireplace inside Shia's house, everybody's just putting Lap next to it.
Thankfully, there is.
Elba just looks mortified at Lap's state at the moment. Oh, Lap, please. Elba doesn't know how to speak. Elba just isn't sure what to do at the moment. No, well, he does know. He just doesn't have the word for it. He's getting him warm, and he's also he needs to be able to calm down. He's been falling for who knows how long. His muscles may need some massaging.
He is as stiff as a board at the moment.
Yeah, Elba's gonna do that. He's going to massage Lab.
You'd think he was part possum. You'd think.
Yeah, Elba's just gonna go MIA taking care of Lab for a while. Maybe I should do some sort of medicine check to see how well Elba does trying to get him to recover.
Yeah, unfortunately, no one doesn't really understand death. Not really.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Okay, 2. At least it's not a botch. They were probably panicking a little at the moment. Just a little.
Alrighty. 2. Maybe giving him some time would do Lap some good. Eventually, his mind will understand that he is no longer in a state of folly and not in danger. It seems that at least in some degree he is still intaking oxygen as well.
Elba gives a sigh of relief as Lap is taking oxygen, even if he's still like he's panicking. At least he's not in danger health wise. At
You
least.
do have a sleep seed that Squirrel brought over. This might not be the worst time.
Hey, Squirrel, can you lend me that sleep seed that you brought?
Okay. Well, that means you're giving it back, right?
Okay. Yes, that is what lending is.
Can you give me the sleep seed? I'm going to need to use it. I meant.
Oh. Well, okay. And he hands it over.
Elba nods and he tosses the sleep seed on Lap. He can't believe he actually needs to use a sleep seed on Lap.
Well, while he does relax, it takes a little bit as his limbs seem to like forcefully relax slowly, one after the other. And Elva gets to watch them just slump a little bit.
Elva's face is just full of concern right now.
Question: has Aquarelle managed to get Chia at this point?
Yes.
Yeah, Akira went to get her because he's gonna need help of explaining to Noah why that was is very wrong.
Yes. She's gonna have a bit of a time trying to find some way to put it into words. But that was, yes, very wrong, Noah. Oh boy. Noah? I don't think you put Lap up there right away, did you? No. He was probably bragging quite a lot, right? Yes. Now, you don't have to test people when they're bragging. You don't have to do that. Because you know, or you've never seen him fly, right? No. Okay. So if someone doesn't show you that they can fly, you can kind of assume they can't fly. Oof. So, you know what happens when someone goes into the sky and they can't fly. They fall. Right. Now, people are scared when they can't do anything about their situation. You get startled when you trip accidentally, right? Yes. Okay. Well, for other people, if they fall, it's like when you trip, only it's a lot more intense, and it just keeps building and building and building and building. That would feel awful. Yes. Correct. Now, with that in mind, how long was Lap falling for? He's going to think. He's going to frown. Uh-oh. Correct. So, even if you don't really think it was your fault now, Lap went through a pretty terrible time. So, when he is okay again, you should apologize and not do that again. Okay? Okay. Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, good. So you're not Going to put people in the sky unless I can see them. Okay. And one more thing. If they're screaming, they're not happy. Noah is staring, wanting her to elaborate.
People scream, aim, usually when something bad happens to them or is happening to them. It's called fear, Noah.
Processing.
We're gonna be here a while, aren't we?
See, remember that feeling that I said that gets worse? Yes. Okay. Now, fear is what that emotion eventually turns into after it's concentrated a lot. It's what makes people want to scream. So if someone is screaming, they're probably feeling fear. The super amplified version of that feeling that you get when you trip. Oh, that's bad. Yes, that's bad. Correct. As she'll look over to Aquarelle, as this is progress.
It is. Kind of wish it didn't involve of a kid getting sent skyward, but I've got way too much in my mind at the moment.
Well, all of you, while you guys were talking to Noah, Elva just kind of like he kind of like went to lie down and kind of wrap himself around Laugh Rabbit, trying to cover him as he was trying to prove as if it was you know how those the little dogs sleep around their parents when they're little inside their beds, kind of like that.
Oh boy.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
and well, his eyes are watering at the moment.
That is fair. I'm also kind of amused that Chia just didn't go the "that's it, you're grounded" route. But I guess only Verdant has the authority to do that at the moment.
Well, she doesn't try to pull that one. She needs to make him understand that what he did was a bad thing to do.
No, it might also be a good idea to let him know what could have happened to Lap if that situation did not get.
Identified sooner.
Yeah.
I mean, if making Elba cry doesn't give away that you did something bad, nothing will. I understand though that Noah is just this oblivious because he's just never been taught this stuff. I feel bad for him.
Or doesn't remember.
Yes, either or.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I don't I don't think they really wanted him or cared to teach him about death in the other kingdom.
You kind of.
Yes.
No, but yeah, Elba's just gonna be huddled around Lap and just trying not to cry while people are explaining to Noah what he did was bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shia, can you help explain to him what could have happened to Lap if he had continued that route?
Okay. But I don't think that Noah has ever felt pain. Okay. Noah.
You gotta respond to yourself there, Enja.
Yes. So, Noah. Noah, over here. What? Oh, hi, Shia. Yes. So, um, you know, sometimes people aren't well. Yes. Okay. And sometimes people get very injured. Also, yes. All right. So, sometimes people don't recover. Oh, I know this. This is what happens when I have to wait for them to not do anything or have anything happen to them. 7 days and then I eat them. No, hold on. Also, what?
He mentioned this earlier before we entered the dungeon, I believe. If Aquarelle already has a note of that written down in his notes. That's just good God.
She's going to put her hands together and just like, well, we'll get back to that one later. Okay. Ah. Okay. So, yes. Yes. Okay. She's going to take a moment and like try very hard to push that out and not be terribly distracted by that right now. Yes. You know that it's not people's choice to not get better from that. He stares at her. Okay. People sometimes run out of energy and can't do anything ever again. There are various ways to enter this state, but once you are there, you get the choice taken away from you and you die. And sometimes, apparently, this can turn into their soul can become a ghost, or sometimes it goes elsewhere, but it is disconnected from the body and it can't be reconnected. So I find the ghost. No, pay attention. That's not what we're focusing on right now. Since we're not really sure about what really quantifies as the conditions for a ghost. Anyway, so if you had let Lap hit the ground without doing anything to slow the fall, just catching him, you might have brought him to that state, and there might not have been a ghost, and he could have just been gone forever. That means that he wouldn't go on adventures anymore, and Vex couldn't talk to him anymore, and Elva couldn't talk to him anymore. And it would be your fault. And they'd probably be angry at you for a very, very long time. Noah is sitting and processing this information. You can almost see the loading wheel.
In other words, Noah, what you did there would have cost them a good friend. Someone they saw as family, and it would have hurt them a lot.
Yes. You would forcefully take one of their friends away forever. Continue loading. But the progress bar has moved up. That is very bad. As he's like getting it 30%. He's gonna need some time to ruminate on this.
There's a very obvious wound that might be poked here. If Aquarelle brings up how Squirrel, if someone brings up how a spell Noah might have felt when he got Enja was separated, but either Noah is probably not doesn't have his best memory at the moment, and also that might have been a very low blow.
I'm sorry, but you completely lost me on whatever you just said.
Yeah,
Ergo, when when Noah was first taken away from Shia, aka the incident, and that led to her scar.
Yeah, probably better. Probably it's probably best not to remind him of that. But that is a pretty good comparison.
But yeah, Aquarelle will just let Noah process that. I mean, if she think it's good, then
Well, we can give him time to let that sink in. We can elaborate more. Did.
I'm gonna go check on Elva and Lap.
you do that.
Pyroclast is gonna go inside.
Well, Lap is sleeping. It's sleeping like a rock, and Elba is just huddled around him with tears down his face.
Losing friends for fun, no matter what way it is.
Elba's eyes open for a moment as he registers Pyroclast's presence. He just looks at him with a very distraught expression. Lap almost died because I left him with Noah. I failed to protect him, but I failed to protect him when that is my responsibility. I I I I Elba is just repeating the word I at the moment. He's at a loss for words.
There's no way we could have predicted that this would happen.
Elba is going to give a bit of a sigh and just nod up and down. There was no way we could have predicted this, but I could have never have expected for Noah to just do that. I y- even if it was completely unexpected, he almost died because I wasn't there to stop it.
Pyroclast is gonna give you a hug.
Elba's going to begin breathing a bit heavily as Pyroclast is hugging him. I just am responsible for these two boys. They're still their own Pokemon, and I am very proud to have them as my team members. But I am also responsible for them. If anything were to if anything were to happen to them, I could never forget myself.
Yeah. Understand that feeling.
I just I really hope this hasn't scarred Lap. He's a bragger, but he didn't deserve this. I'm just trying to keep him warm and keep him company while he sleeps. It's the least I can do after not being there to stop this.
Well, what does Lap like? Besides napping.
He likes eating. He also likes pulling pranks on people. But he also actually he enjoys listening to music. He actually had he actually had a machine called some headphones that we found in our travels when we were just me and him before Bex joined us. But those but he doesn't have them right now. We left them back on our base. We left those back at our base. He did enjoy listening to music through those. Maybe. I mean, I can't. I'm not versed in playing instruments, but if there was any way to make some music, maybe that could help him calm down in his sleep. I have never seen him so limp before. Whenever he sleeps, he's usually very relaxed, but not like this.
Give me a second. Pyroclast is gonna sit on the ground and he's gonna try and enter the archive to see if his data contains like any music or anything.
Well, technically, yes. So you've got.
You're breaking
You
out real
are
bad.
cutting out.
You're
Ah.
breaking.
Dang it. Okay. You do have music, but you've never really given it much of a priority, so you've got the defaults.
I'm just imagining one of those generic corporate songs that, used to come with like Windows XP and such. Just to have
And-
something in your music folder.
And elevator music.
If it's at least the elevator music from GoldenEye 64, I'd be fine with that.
Elevator music is probably the closest he has to relaxing. So, I think I have an idea.
Hmm? Idea?
First, I need to switch to being a ghost type.
Oh?
I want to see if I can, like, insert some music for him to listen to while he sleeps. A little weird, but best I can do right now.
Mm. I mean, I suppose that could work. I mean, I don't think there is any machines to make music, so, and I can't play any instruments, so
That okay with you?
nah. I mean, if you think you could actually do it, I would appreciate it. As long as it won't bring any harm to him, that is.
It shouldn't, but then again, I don't have much possession practice, so if anything, it would mostly affect me.
Always looking very nervous.
I'm not gonna go full in. If I went full in, then we'd get into bad territory.
Elva nods slowly. Okay, that's fair enough. Well, okay, I suppose give it a try, but if Lap is looking any bit uncomfortable while that happens, I will forcefully eject you.
Very fair. Pyroclast is gonna utilize Confuse Ray just passively to switch his type to being a ghost type.
Actually, isn't Lap normal type?
He is.
He is, actually.
Yeah.
I think he'd be immune to the ghost stuff.
Oh no. We must think. We must change Lap's type in his sleep.
Nobody's gonna ask the psychic type to just implant a song into his head.
No.
I mean, Elba isn't really in any state to be going around asking for that. He's just huddled around Lap as if he goes, he's just feeling like if he leaves him out of his sight for a single moment, he's going to disappear. So he's not moving from there.
So I imagine Pyroclast is gonna try, and nothing happens, and then he remembers, oh yeah, he's a normal type.
Elba sighs. My head is not. My head is not. My head. I am not thinking straight. I should have said that myself. Elba's gonna slap his own forehead like really hard.
Hey, it's not your fault. We can go get Verdant. He can accomplish this same thing, probably with a lot easier.
Maybe, but isn't he recovering? I wouldn't want him to exert himself for me like this or for Lap, even if he doesn't need it.
Something like this shouldn't be too straining,
Well,
especially with the way Lap is right now.
well, okay. I'm staying here though.
Okay, and Pyroclast is gonna run off to find Verdant.
I
While
haven't exactly
taking
gone anywhere.
uh so Pyroclast is gonna approach Verdant. Hey Verdant, can you help me and Elva with something?
Had tilts.
We want to help make sure Lap doesn't have any like lasting effects from this. So according to Elva,
blank stare.
so according to Elva, he likes music, and we were thinking maybe you could allow him to think about some music playing during his sleep.
Also, I think you should probably maybe explain to him what is actually going on, because I don't think Burden is aware of what just happened. He's been lying down this whole time.
Oh, well, he's gonna first explain that, I guess, in detail.
Yeah.
Just leave him in the dark. Leave him sitting there blinking confusedly. It's funnier that way. Verdant will shrug and write out, I can try, but I make no promises.
Well, trying is better than nothing. Plus, I can give you some music as a baseline.
Verdant writes out, but you're a dark type.
Not right now. And he's gonna do like a soft possession to feed some basically the music he was going to use to Verdant.
I mean, that is the short end of a long stick, yes. I know. Oh man, I'm tired. I had to read that 3 times. I'm tired.
Yeah, that's probably the gist of what Pyroclast would have given.
What might happen is Pyroclast might go to do the soft possession. You're gonna get telekinesed up. And Verdant's just going to write out, let me do the dingy. The dingy ding ding. Dingy. Ding. Blink.
Oh yeah, the thing you did earlier.
Then he'll walk over and I guess, do you want me to roll the integrity thing again, Enja?
Yes.
The mind, empathetic, and integrity.
Yeah.
And I have an integrity of, well, actually, empathetic would be more fair in this situation and appropriate. So +1.
After this, I might go to no.
Ugh.
I'll see if the 10 like pops another 10, but I think I'm stealing the party's reroll.
There's another 10.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Well, here, we'll see if the other 10 pops a 10, but I think I'm stealing the party's reroll still.
Yeah. Yeah, and
But
so
actually-
many ones.
Well, it actually would be teamwork in this case, but it's the same amount.
To the dice tower with E dice. Enja, deliver unto me the good news. What is the good word of the tower?
Well, that is a lot of successes. Tragically, no 10s, but no 1s either.
Yeah, that's also a good sign.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
I'll take it. Funny thing is, my previous roll was not a botch; it was a 2. But no, thank you. I will take that to implant music into a certain, normally very quick yet sleepy one.
Yes.
Well, yes. And the implant is going well because as you are entering into his mind to implant the music, it is basically blue screening as it is stuck only in the moment of the fall. And the continuous, constant, never-ending falling. As it feels like the ground is getting no closer, but you know that it is.
My God. Lap is traumatized by this.
Well, we could do the, irresponsible yet very responsible adult reaction to such traumas and put it in a box and shove it away somewhere out of view and hope it never comes up again. Ha 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 ha. Or, you can handle it properly.
With music.
We're just gonna go ahead and play some calm music, I guess, in here. We'll just pack this away to, look at later. We'll unpack this later. For now, this goes into the box.
The calm elevator music is very disjointing. As while Lap doesn't register it immediately, he does start registering it and then looking around like, what the fuck? Music. Music? Music. Music is I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. This is a dream. He'll just stop falling. It's like, of course. That wouldn't actually happen to me. Oh my god.
This is the part where the character admits that they'd be mentally scarred for the rest of their life if it was ever real.
Of course, that would never actually happen. Oh my God, Hi Verdant.
Waves.
Whew, don't. No, you didn't do that. I'm just having a nightmare. Oh my God.
The temptation for Verdant to fuck around now is extremely high, but he's going to be nice and just wave and then sit there like the idiot he is.
I'm just imagining that it's just Verdant opening his mouth, and that's where the music is coming from in Lap's head.
That is funny, honestly.
There was a high chance that Verdant was tempted to do silly things like that, but he is being nice for once. He may leave a bad dad joke or two rumbling around in that head of Laps, but later.
How is Lap looking on the outside as he's coming down in the dream?
Now he is more actually relaxing rather than just limp.
Elva, the moment Elva says that, he's going to like huddle closer to Lap and just say, "Oh, thank goodness, it seems to be working." Oh. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Pyroclast is just gonna smile. Glad we could help.
Elva gives a bit of a Elva gives a bit of a sigh. He's just like, suddenly you see his eyes like close, and suddenly you hear snoring because Elva just fell asleep himself.
He probably needed that.
Verdant writes out, I think it's everybody's bedtime. Everybody should go to sleep. Everybody's bedtime. Player isn't saying that because he's actually starting to fall asleep in his chair.
No, yeah, we're way over time right now, but
Oh.
10 minutes. But we should probably stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
We needed to finish that scene though.
Yeah.
Aquarelle probably will just talk a bit with Shia while this is going on, more or less, assessing the situation. Now that he's finally strangled something. And apologies again to Squirrel. And he's a bit calmer here. Or he's probably just gonna see about drafting up impromptu something that's more easier on Squirrel, in terms of training.
Right.
And also acknowledging that they had to really find a way to, in the 3, now possibly 2 days they have left, have really find a way to drill something into Noah effectively.
Yeah. They're going to have to find some way to, one, keep Noah in line, and to teach him how to fight without murdering, maybe.
Thumbs up.
The other
Because-
character, are we really intending to not possibly? Go ahead.
Yeah, because the thing is, Noah, all power, zero technique. If he could have a negative number for technique, it would be that. Which means that if someone knows his moves, he's kind of done. Like, no chance, no shot.
No pressure.
Aquarelle
Alright.
could probably beat Noah if he knew Noah's moves. But yes, I think we can end it for now.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today for Lost in Chaos Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as picking up some merch over at zgfgaming.store, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or by subscribing to us on YouTube, and of course watching our recordings over there. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Later, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.